that he is meeting with the Chargers today about their head coaching vacancy. Before we get into all of the, Jim Harbaugh in and of himself and the decision that's going to be made, do you think this is actually a good fit for him?
Here's the thing. I don't think there's a bad fit for Coach Harbaugh. And I just say that because of the track record. Where has he been a bad fit? He's won everywhere he's been. Every place he's coached at, he has left it better than where he inherited it. And I think we've seen time and time again the value of a good coach, what a coach can mean to an organization, to a program. Sometimes you're one coaching hire away from reaching that next level.
No doubt.
That Chargers roster is loaded, right? They don't have a lot of holes. I think Jim Harbaugh, him coming into the Chargers, all of it, they are a legitimate Super Bowl contender. I look at the Broncos roster with Sean Payton, the same scenario, a guy that's won a Super Bowl himself. They are immediately elevated by getting a proven head coach. So does it fit? Absolutely. But I think Jim would fit anywhere.
I think he fits there. And what you mentioned about their roster is the thing that stands out to me is, first off, they've got a veteran quarterback there in Justin Herbert. And I think that he would be able to accelerate the success of an organization with a quarterback like that. They do have salary cap issues, though, in L.A., and it's something that he's going to have to work through. And a lot of the big-name talent, some of those guys are going to have to be casualties in order to make sure the salary cap can work. But I think he's a guy who can bring culture, and it's something the Chargers are looking for. It's something that they've lacked even going back to when they drafted me. And so from that standpoint, I think it makes sense. But, we talked about Jim Harbaugh's mission to bring Michigan back.
Yes.
And he's done that.
Yeah.
Is that a good reason for him to now leave?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Is it a good reason for him to leave? I don't think to me, as a guy that played for him, as a Michigan alum, as a Michigan graduate, I don't think that Jim doesn't need a reason to leave. Jim has earned the right to choose what's best for him at any point in time. The program he inherited at Michigan, the year before, it was my sophomore year, we were 5-7. We were booed in our own stadium by our own crowd. Our own crowd chanted to fire our head coach and fire our athletic director. Think about how we opened the show talking about a parade celebrating Michigan. Those are the two opposite ends of the spectrum. He took Michigan at the bottom of the barrel and brought them to the highest glory that you can achieve in college football. And I know Jim Harbaugh, he's a competitor. If in his mind he says, I won a national title, I now want to be one of, I think Pete Carroll might be the only other one that's won a national championship and a Super Bowl.
Sure.
That's a very, very small list. If he wants to go pursue that, he owes Michigan nothing at all, and I'll support him regardless. Perception is reality. When he inherited Michigan, I remember teams would take the field versus us and play so hard because they knew that there was blood in the water for Michigan. And all the programs that don't get to call themselves the leader and the best, they couldn't wait to kick Michigan's ass because it brought them joy. Michigan is now back to that level of national respect, and you got to give credit to Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think he deserves a lot of credit. I would say the only thing, if we want to talk about what he may or may not owe Michigan, is the looming NCAA penalties. Should he be the guy to be there and serve the punishment as long as the punishment is affecting the program? I don't think that I'm not going to cast any aspersions if he decides to leave. He brought them a damn championship.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you look at Michigan Twitter right now, everybody would tell you it's worth it regardless of what comes down the line here. And that's what he was brought here to do.
The only thing I would wish is that the decision got made sooner, because I would have loved Kalen DeBoer. I think that was a phenomenal hire from Alabama. The sooner you make this decision, the better candidates you could pursue. Okay, that's the head coach.